Oh, son of a fucking biscuit eater. Son of a biscuit eater. Well, I had one right there. Son of a biscuit eater. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Okay. Hello. I'm just I'm just kind of waiting to see if anybody will show up. There is somebody here, and I see. Well, there was. On my end, it went one. Now it's zero. So I don't know if anybody's still watching. And if you were there and you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm just sitting here going live to see if anybody would want to chat, want to talk. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. You have to excuse me. Okay, now, hello there, people. I don't know. Feel free to chime in if you want to. In the chat, you can tell me. So I know who's here. If you don't want to, it's no big deal. I'm just doing this live. I did a live earlier today. It went well. I'm really enjoying trying to do these live streams. So, yeah, I'm just enjoying being able to reach out to people, and people can reach out to me and communicate through the chat and stuff. Y'all tell me, how was your day? I don't know. Like I said, I've had a long day. I'm kind of hot, trying to cool down. I just cleaned up. Just went over to my neighbors and got cleaned up and trying to relax, So I won't be on here real long, but, whoever's here watching, I appreciate you being here. And I'm Greycloud. If you've never been here to the channel, I am Greycloud. The channel is Greycloudyday. Like I said, I don't know if you're whoever it is watching. I'm just trying to explain to you about the channel if you don't already know a little bit about it. And yeah, I share my life. I share my walk with my creator. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever try to shove nothing down nobody's throat. Like, I'm not here trying to convince anybody of anything other than that I'm just sharing my day and my life. But, hey, how you doing? I wouldn't know how to say that because I don't know what language that is, but like your account is it in some weird, like I don't know it, but hi and hello, welcome here. You're welcome here. Um, I'm Gray Cloud. I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment, and the eternal moment is the moment you're in. Like the only thing we got is this moment. You know, like the only day I know is the day I'm in. I don't think too far ahead, and I don't. Hey, Victoria, it's good to see you. Um, you still got your grandkids? You'll have to excuse me. Okay, Korean. Okay, sir. That's cool, man. Well, I don't know. Am I correct? Is it, I might have. I said sir, and I don't know if I'm talking to. Like, I don't know if you're a man or a woman or whatever, but I'm trying to be respectful. Oh, okay, Victoria. I didn't know if when you said earlier, I didn't know if you had them for the night or not. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and you'll just forgive me. Like if I'm leaning off, I'm hitting a cigarette, and I don't really smoke a lot of tobacco. No, I really don't. But occasionally I do smoke a cigarette or two. Like I don't buy tobacco. I know that much. I don't. Like I buy other people's cigarettes because like I just don't smoke a lot. Like not tobacco. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I have been very honest about who I am, and I do smoke a little marijuana, but that's about it. I smoke a little pot sometimes. I don't put it ahead of anything that's more important though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like first and foremost, what's most important to me is my relationship with my creator, and so um, I don't try to let things like that override what is most important to me, and that's trying to stay in constant contact every day with my who guides me, who helps me. And I hope that I'm not offending anybody, and of course, I'm not really trying to, and I'm not saying anything that's inappropriate. So, um, I just try to. I try my best to treat people the way that I'd like to be treated, and with like respect not everybody just deserves your respect. You have to earn that. You get what I'm saying? Turning guns. What's that? Parmesia. I I don't know that word, so I don't know what parmesia is. But what turning guns. That's a cool name there. Welcome to the channel, Greycloudyday. I'm just doing this live stream because, like I said, I did a live earlier. It went pretty good. Victoria was here. Oh, pharmacies or pharmacia, like a pharmacy. Is that what you're talking about, or like pharmacopoeia or pharmacia? I'm going to assume that's meaning like pharmacy, or pharmaceutical. Uh, cool. I think I got it. And if I'm wrong, tell me. I don't know. I'm not really. Pharmacia. Does anybody know? Hey, Victoria, are you in here still? And the person that's Korean, if you're still here, let me know. Turning guns, like I said, welcome here. I hope that. Well, I can't. I'm going to stop saying that because I'm being me. Oh, I think that's prescription drugs. Oh, okay, sir. I know what you're saying now. Or if I'm talking to a sir, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, because if nobody knows this, that pharmacology is actually based out of like I don't know. From what I understand, it's based in some old like ancient type witchcraft stuff. Is what pharmaceutical stuff derived from something like that. If I'm correct. Now I could be wrong. Okay, I'm a dude. I just want to make sure that you know what I mean. Like you could be a female that's really into guns, and then I know plenty, or I've met plenty of females that own guns, like guns. You know what I'm saying? I've had many conversations in the past few days because, like, I'm not a felon, and I am going to get me a gun. I've never shot a handgun. I was telling somebody today the only guns I've ever shot was a 410 and a 20 gauge. I think I've shot a 22, but I've never a handgun. So I want to learn the proper way to use a handgun. Then I want to get one. And in the state I live in Alabama, it's no, no. Okay, well, I'm still going to get a gun eventually, and that's the end of story. I'm going to learn how to use it properly, and I'm going to be able to safely carry it. I live in an open carry state, constitutional carry, and I will get what I need it. And I never owned a gun before, other than when I was young, like the two shotguns. And as an adult, I never felt safe to own one because I was not mentally, like, I was bad off. You know what I'm saying? I really used to, and yeah, know what? So when you're going to say no, then direct it. Because if you don't say no to what you're talking about, we're about to see what we're doing. Okay. 5 minutes. There you go. Handled clips. If you're still there, you're in timeout. Because we're not going to deal with that. Somebody taught me how to do this today. Turning guns, I hope you're still here. I just put that dude in timeout. I don't know who that was, but we're not going to, now that I know how to do that, I'm not going to deal with the nonsense. Because I'm just really I'm trying to have a heart to heart and really just talk to you guys. And, I don't need 5 million of the same no, 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 no. Yeah, I know. I didn't time you out. I'm saying that person, I wasn't mad. But if they're saying no to me getting a gun, they need to be specific, and then they don't need to just say no, 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 no. And anybody else that wants to chime in and agree or disagree with me can. I don't want to censor nobody, but I'm not going to deal with, I've had trolls a few weeks ago, and, like, I got to learn how to make people moderators to help me out. Right. And I didn't know, like, I'm new to the live streaming. Like, I'm only done it, like, a few months ago I was experimenting with live streams, but then a few weeks ago, I went live and had up to 25 people watching. I had probably 10 or 12 people in the chat active. Then this past week on Friday, I went live. I don't think we got as many people watching, but we still got a pretty good amount. A lot of activity in the chat. And that's what I'm looking for, is to interact with you guys. Anybody that's been with the channel for any length of time, or anybody new here. So, okay, Turning Guns, thanks. I'm sorry if I'm unfamiliar with your name, because, like, if you haven't commented on any video or something, then I wouldn't remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people. And Turning Guns, if you are a channel, I'll go and subscribe to you after this. Let me know. Like, I don't know if you're a channel or not. You might have a channel, and if it's a channel, I'll go subscribe to you if I hadn't already. Like, I mean, I've been doing the channel for a few years, and I've had 2 other channels that I just couldn't get back into because of I forgot my email account passwords, and you know how it's impossible trying to. Every time that's happened, I've just had to recreate a new account. Now I have my password like written down somewhere because I don't want to lose all of this. I'm too close to 1,000 subscribers. The live streams are starting to go well. Of course, I'm long away from the amount of watch time I need as far as monetization. But I'm not. Hey, Victoria. Yeah, like I was talking about in the chat today with Anthony Jordan, who has a channel, and he's like my little brother. I used to live with him and his mom in Morganton, North Carolina. And anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like I was talking to him about, even if it comes a day that YouTube sends me an email saying, do you want to be part of the partner program? And that would mean I get monetized and I can put commercials. I mean, I don't know if there's any commercials showing up in my stuff now, but I know they do put commercials and stuff even if you're not monetized. So, but if I was monetized, I could use the money for the channel and things. But I really don't think I would rather make money from live streaming and merchandise, and because the whole idea behind also setting up my website that'll be coming, Enlightened Frequency, I also have every intention of starting a nonprofit organization. And probably Tomcat's World. Okay, thank you, Turning Guns, for letting me kind of know where. Yeah, Tomcat's really cool, man. I'm new to him, and I don't get to watch every single thing he does. But we all have. He works a lot, and he's doing a lot of videos, and I really love his stuff. Okay, Victoria, cool. Yeah, I love Tomcat's channel. I love Bug Out. Miss Bug Out. I have shared, numerous of their videos into my community posts. Now, of course, Bug Out has way more subscribers than me, but I don't really know how long he's been up. And I know that he just, not Bug Out, but Tomcat. I know Tomcat, went through some hard stuff this past year, and that really, that resonated with me, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, now I know how to, if anybody wants to be a moderator, I know how to make you a moderator now. Now, that's up to you. You'd have to tell me if you want to be a moderator. All I got to do is touch your, I just touch your little icon, and then it'll give me the option. And if you want to, right now, I don't think we need a moderator. But, on nights, let's say a Friday night, and we get 20, 30 people here in the chat, or 20 or 30 people watching, and you got 10 or 15 people in the chat, I'm going to need somebody to keep up with the trolls and the spam and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just learning this, and so, yeah, so Turning Guns and Victoria, that's awesome. Because moving forward, I know about a month ago, I got to be a guest on a live stream, and that was really cool. I'd never imagined that. And it was late at night, but so now I'm hooked up with Subscribe Stars, so and that's how the dude got me in there. And I knew about Subscribe Star, I just never used it. But Bearsheath Farms, he's got a really cool channel too. He's a homesteader. He's a Christian, but he's something called a Hebrew. He follows he still keeps Sabbath on Saturday and all that. So, but he was doing a late live stream on a Friday night. Now, this was about a month ago. I happened to show up, and he invited me in, and I created a Subscribe Star account, and I came in, and it was awesome. There wasn't a lot of people in his chat, but from what I understand, he told me his channel is a little smaller than mine, but this is like the second or third channel he's had. Yeah, his channel is Bereshith Farms. I don't know how you spell it right off, but you can find it if you go into my. I have shared a few of his videos on my community. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, what I'll do after this live, between now and tomorrow, probably right after I get done here, I'll go to his channel, find one of his videos, and I'll share it in the community, and it'll make it easy for you if you want to go and check him out. Okay, turning guns, cool. You do. See, I do like. I rest on whatever given day God gives me rest. So my Sabbath is. I'm on a like. In other words, there's some days that I don't have to really do anything, and I just take it easy, and that's because it's lined up that way. But there's days that some people might consider a Sabbath, but God, I'm going to tell you right now that the way it works for me with the Creator is He's got me working 24/7. So He doesn't mind if, like, even on a day that I should be resting, if there's things to do, He lets me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying I'm not claiming to be any closer to the Creator than anybody else. But if you know what I'm talking about, our personal relationships with the Creator is our personal relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only using that word because, like, like when I use the word God, I feel like I'm really closing what God is in a box. And here lately, like, you'll hear me refer to God as Big Kahuna. And God has requested that is how I refer to Him nowadays. So most of the time on the channel, I'm talking about Big Kahuna. That's my boss. That's who I answer to. I don't shove it down through. Like I said, I don't try to force it on nobody. It's like, if someone's drawn to me and wants to ask questions, and they're like, well, something seems to be working for you. What's going on? I can share with them. Hey, look, this is what I do. This is how I live. And without my relationship with my Creator, my life is in shambles. Literally. Like I said today in the live earlier, I was like, the only reason my life goes haywire is when I try to grab that steering wheel again. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like, I think it's a matter of, like, that's all I was saying is I don't have a set day that I set aside. Now, I do go to a church, and I've been going for over 2 years, a Church of God, and they do on Sunday. So, I'm not there every Sunday, but most Sundays mornings I'm there. And then when I can, like, I go there some Sunday evenings, but not all the time. I was going to go tonight, but, man, I've had a long day, and, like, by the time I'd made something to eat, by the time I was done talking to a bunch of different neighbors and all kinds of stuff, man, it was like, Yeah, we need a direct relationship with Him. It's like, ever since I was 25, because when I grew up, let me just share a little bit of my history. At 4 years old, I was asking the huge questions. I already knew who God was. I already knew a lot about that kind of stuff, but I had questions. And most adults couldn't answer those questions. Like kids, well, if God created everything, where did God come from? And I'd always be told, you ain't supposed to ask that question when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Now, I don't know if that's true, but, I know that God don't care. Like, really, if you ask Him where He came from, He's just like, and, it's however you refer to it. Because a lot of times you will also hear me refer to God as it. And that's just my personal, but I also say He. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way the Creator communicates with me is on the male, like, level. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. That's how I relate to the Creator, as more masculine, like a he. Like in the Bible and stuff. So Big Kahuna is more like a masculine. Like, I wouldn't know what I would call, like, if I thought of it as a, you know what I'm saying? all I know is that I wasn't satisfied with just believing in anything that I was told. Yeah, our Father, like I just choose to sometimes use different terminology, and I know that some people may conceive that as New Age, or they may conceive it as I don't know what, but that's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my business what you think about me, good or bad, and I have to remember that because what most people are projecting something about themselves. So when people are mad at you, there's something within themselves they're mad at. When people are happy with you, well, they're not just happy about you. There's something in them they're seeing something in you that is in them, and it makes them feel good. Like what you put out, you will get back. So if you put out a lot of negative, you're going to get mostly negative. If you put out the positive, that's going to return in positive most of the time. That doesn't mean that negative things don't happen to us. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just grateful on any given day to be awake and alive. I never know when I might wake up and not even be able to barely walk to the bathroom. So the days that I'm given to be able to do all the things I'm doing here lately, because I'm doing a lot of physical activity, a lot of physical work around the trailer, around the place, going up the road with my wheelchair and a bucket and gathering rocks for my prayer circles and all the things I'm building in the backyard, dragging pallets over here for a flooring for my hangout out back. It's going to be cool. I will be spending a lot of time out there once I get it really set up, man. I'm going to have it'll be like having a nice screened-in porch, but it'll have all the natural canopy over it, too, in the summer. Yeah, Job comes to mind, yeah. When I was in my 20s, like I'd mentioned this yesterday, I was in an old band in the 90s. I mentioned it in a video, either this morning or yesterday, but I was in a band, and our band name in the beginning was Withdrawn, like withdrawn from the world. There was two other bands unsigned also with the same name, one in New York and one in England. Our original bass player was going into the Navy, so we decided to change the name, and then our friend Lincoln Archibald gave us the name Of His Own Hand. It was not meant to be religious, but if you hear that statement, like of his own hand, that almost sounds like something like you're talking about, almost like the Creator. And I had wrote some lines to a song we had called The Only Pain in Life is Living. And the lines that I wrote were, the first mistake ever being born. Coming from the mother's womb, wish I could crawl. Back to which I came, back to nothing. Now, here's the ticker. I didn't know at the time that, like, I'd read a little bit of the Bible, but I still wasn't sure about what I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew about God, but I wanted to know God. I wanted to know. And once you know, there ain't no going back. Like, if I go in the opposite direction now, I'm just going against it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not going against it. So what I'm getting at is that years later, as I got more involved in studying more spiritual stuff, and I really got active in reading scripture, the story of Job, man, it was like I didn't realize that what I had wrote there was almost identical to how Job felt. You know what I'm saying? When he was going through all that, like, he almost felt like he wished he hadn't been born. Like, God, why am I going through all this? And when I figured that out, I was like, whoa. Like, you see, like, it was like subconsciously in there. And so it was, I was really excited. You know, the music we played was pretty heavy stuff. We played like a slower, down-tuned, we labeled ourselves like sludge, you know, like, like when it comes to like music, I love all types of music. I like old country. I like hip hop. I like bluegrass gospel. I love old gospel. I love heavy metal. I like rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician, so I'm a well-rounded. Like in the beginning, in the early days, I only listened to heavy stuff, punk rock, and all that. As I got older, I was like, man, I got to branch out. I love the Grateful Dead. I love, old Crow and the Medicine Show. They're really great. But I mean, a lot of the hip hop I listen to is like Christian based. Now, so a lot of the heavy stuff I listen to is still a lot of the stuff I grew up on and like bands that I listened to when I was in high school. And then occasionally I find and discover new music because I keep my Spotify on rotation. Like it rotates through my like songs, and then every once in a while it spits me out some new stuff and like in all the different categories that I like. So the one thing I got to say about modern music, as far as popular music that's like real popular, I've never been much into the mainstream of anything. Like, there are some radio songs that come on every once in a while that I dig. But as far as anything new coming out that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like Post Malone, I don't have nothing against Post Malone. I think actually he's a cool dude. I've seen plenty of interviews, but his music I really don't care for. Like it has nothing to do. Like it don't inspire me. But people I like earlier, yesterday Mike Maranatha, he was in the chat. He's got some really good hip hop. And he does, it's like Christian, he's very knowledgeable, and I really love that. And me and him are like becoming really close friends. You know what I'm saying? So that's real cool. Loke Saint is another really cool like artist that's a hip hop Christian. Truth Seeker, I like him. But then stuff that ain't Christian, I like Ryan Upchurch. I don't like Adam Calhoun no more. Tom McDonald, yeah, bunch of phony stuff. I don't like anything that's not authentic. If it's coming from the heart, even if it's a category of music I generally don't listen to, if I see that it's coming from the heart and it's hitting the heart and it's good, then I like it. And I'm just trying to share a little bit about myself, y'all guys, and I don't know who's all here. We went from 5, 6 people down to 1 that keeps popping in and out, but I really appreciate you guys being here. And as far as I'm concerned, to me, the people that subscribe to the channel and are coming here, y'all are family. Like, if you stick around, you're going to see, I'm not trying to boast, but you're going to see some really good things start coming through. And I got a phone call, so I'm going to end it here, guys, okay?